Welcome to what I watched in January. If you're new here, I typically do more than just monthly recaps, but that's just not what it looks like at the moment. I watched Baby Oopsie, okay? And then for my Discord's watch party, we watched Amok from 1972. This was the second time of me watching Amok, and it's not really that good, but it's got like that wonderful cast of Farley Granger, Rosal Beneri, and Barbara Boucher, of course. And the film, I think, holds a lot of value, especially, and it's something we kept talking about throughout the watch party, is that Barbara looks so gorgeous in this movie. It also has some pretty significant erotic scenes. It's a strange movie, but I think everyone is just like cool with it because everyone's so hot. Next up, we rewatched Stage Fright from 1987. I was just wanting something cozy, and I've been wanting to rewatch Stage Fright for a while. So Zach watched it with me, and I gotta say, I didn't really like it that much the second time around. I didn't really like the characters at all. There's just not really any mystery or suspense. I definitely agree with the people who say this is not a Giallo at this point. I mean, I'll still put it on Giallo lists and everything because it's on the Wikipedia list, which is what I'm taking to be the truth. So next, I was on a plane on an international flight, and they have like the screen on the seat in front of you where you can just watch whatever. Like you can watch from their library of movies. So there are a bunch of new horror releases on there. I was like, I guess this is my opportunity because I'm not really seeking these movies out ever. So this is it. Like, I am gonna be sitting right here in this chair for 8 or more hours. So I might as well just go crazy and watch some Hollywood stuff. So the first thing I watched was Exorcist Believer. I haven't seen, like, I've only seen the original Exorcist. Like, I haven't seen any other. No, I saw like a prequel they made like in the 2000s. What was that called? Anyway, I don't know too much about the series as a whole, so I was like, I'm just going to take this film as a standalone movie, you know, like, let's just do this. It was just like it was such a mess. I was very disappointed that they did not, like, there's no depth to our main two girls. We know nothing about them. They don't tell us anything about them or their friendship. Like, it was just so weird. Okay, I'm gonna put a little bit of spoilers in here, but nothing serious. So the girls go into the woods and something happens, and then they come back possessed. But the movie never tells us or shows us what happened in the woods. It's just so dumb. And then, okay, this is the spoilery part. Sort of. It's like mild. It's like a thematic spoiler. So why do people watch The Exorcist? They watch it because they want religious horror, okay? And while I'm cool with, like, these films trying to be more inclusive and more representative, quit doing that, of everyone. What they did in this film was bring together a lot of different faiths to combat the evil. But it sort of like canceled out this being a religious horror. It was no longer a religious horror because they kind of took the religion out of it. You know what I'm saying? And it was just like a weird freaking kumbaya, like, let's all hold hands and do this together. Like, what is this? Okay, end of those spoilers and end of talking about The Exorcist Believer. So next I watched Evil Dead Rise because it was on there as well. And again, this was one, okay, basically all these new releases I watched, I wasn't really planning on watching because I haven't watched all the movies in between the original and then the newest release. So I saw the original Evil Dead and that was it. And it's been years, but I was like, I've heard so much good about Evil Dead Rise, let's just do it. And it was really good. I like these Evil Dead movies. I think they're scary. This was a scary movie. It was really fun. Like, it doesn't take itself too seriously. It has a lot of fun. So it's almost goofy and campy, but still really, really scary. I liked it a lot. I would definitely rewatch it. But I did need a little break, okay, from the Hollywood. So I had downloaded onto my phone already from YouTube Devilfish, which is a Bava film from '84. Just some shark exploitation. And it was very cute, very summery. It's about all these people that live on the coast of Florida are starting to notice there's some strange, unexplainable deaths happening in the ocean in this area. So they start investigating, and it is not a normal shark. We'll just say that. It was fun. I've never seen Jaws though. It's almost funny that I haven't seen Jaws at this point, but I keep watching weird shark exploitation instead. I thought it was a very cute movie, very enjoyable, summery. It was a vibe. Okay, and then on the way home from Italy, I'm back on the plane. I put on Baby Oopsie to take a nap too. And then I decided to start watching some movies on the plane's streaming system, or I don't know what you call it. Anyway, so since I liked Evil Dead Rise so much, they also had the Evil Dead remake from 2013, was it? Yeah, that was on there. So I was like, I'm gonna watch that because I also have heard great things about that. I loved this movie. It was so well done. I really wasn't expecting it, but it was very fun and very scary. I'm scared of those movies, but it was great. I just love the like overall concept of like this group of friends is gathered at this remote cabin because one of the girls is trying to get off drugs. So she's like out there to detox or whatever. So there's this theme of like, we can't bail, we can't leave, we have to stay at this cabin until like she's detoxed, right? But then all this weird stuff starts happening, and it becomes a question of like, is this a symptom of withdrawal or is there something else going on? So it was just a very cool concept. It's really fun. These movies are so over the top and extra, so they just like really went all out, and it was a blast. Next, I watched another new horror release. I watched Cobweb from 2023. I guess I kind of knew I wasn't gonna like it, so I don't know why I watched it. But it's about this like kid. It's about this little kid who like he gets bullied at school, and his parents are like freaking weird, like possibly abusive. And then he ends up like discovering a dark secret in his house. I don't really like horror movies that are starring children, because like, is this a kid movie or is this for the adults? You know, like, why am I watching this little 10-year-old go through his daily life? Unless it's Goosebumps, I'm not interested. I don't know. I thought it was weird. These movies with the like the kid horror, I'm like, who is this for? Who's the target audience? It's unclear. I'll say one good thing about Cobweb. The like set design and the atmosphere are great. It's got the Halloween vibe that I just wish more movies would try to tap into. Next up, this was another movie that I did not feel qualified to watch. But again, heard good things. So I watched Saw 10. And just like with Evil Dead and The Exorcist, I've seen like the beginning and haven't seen most of what's happening in between. Like, I think I saw 1, 2, and 3, and then I haven't seen any others. And I haven't watched any Saw movie in like at least 15 years. So I felt like not quite qualified to watch Saw 10, but I found that I did not have to be fully up to date to enjoy Saw 10. It was really great. I had fun. It was awesome. I love John Kramer. Yeah, it was great. And I was like kind of worried that the traps would be disturbing for me, but actually I found them to be really fun, and I really wanted the people who were in the traps, I wanted them to go through that. It had some satisfaction to it. It was great. It was a fun movie. I liked it a lot. And next, okay, I have to balance out Hollywood with a little bit of trash. So I watched Head of the Family from 1996. This is a full moon movie. You know, I have no idea why it exists. It's like, it's not really a horror. It's just like a weird comedy. And just very, very cheap. Very sleazy. Yet, I will say, it was kind of charming. It was kind of lovable. It was like kind of cute. It was like a cute movie, I guess. But I'm not really mad at it. I'd probably watch it again. I feel like I should be telling you what all these movies are about, but I'm gonna be real. I am really tired, and I am filming 2 videos in one day. So I've already filmed a video today and my voice is tired too. So, sorry. Okay, next I watched Contraband from 1980. This is a Fulci movie and I just love Fulci, so I wanted to explore other stuff that he has done. But this was a boy movie. I saw someone describe it as a gangster movie, I guess like a crime movie or some shit. I did not like it at all, and I don't know why everyone else does. I thought it was so boring. I had no idea what the hell was going on the whole time. Fabio Testi's character was like, I mean, he looks good or whatever, but his character was just like, I have no understanding of him or his motivations. Like, I don't understand why he makes choices that he makes. And it's just like very drab and bland, and it's just like all these men in suits with guns, like, and I don't know who's who or why anyone's mad about anything or who's killing who and why. You know what I'm saying? The exploitation, like Fulci violence and gore bits were pretty cool. But yeah, I thought that movie sucked. Okay, so then I got home from Italy and joined in on a watch party on our Discord, and we watched My Dear Killer from 1972. I was a little bit too tired to pay attention good, but I have seen it before, thankfully. But it's a good movie. I watched Baby Oopsie again. And then we had another watch party, and it was my pick, and I picked Obsession, A Taste for Fear. This is a 1988 Giallo. I have done a full review video here on this channel, but I'm a fan. I think it was a good watch party watch because it's just fun and weird, and the commentary was interesting, and people did say like it's just super erotic, but there's also not a lot of kills. And now I'm like, you're kind of right. Like, they could have gone harder with the violence, because the violence that does occur is quite disturbing, and they really could have like tapped into that more, maximized that a little bit more, but instead they left it kind of subtle. Anyway, beautiful film. It's going to get a proper restoration release. It's inevitable, I know it. So we just need to keep speaking that into existence. We need to keep talking about this movie because it deserves to be seen in crisp quality. Next, we were just like really tired and we wanted a fun, chill movie. So we watched White Chicks from 2004, and that movie is just really good. It's actually, I've watched it, I've talked about this movie before, but it's actually better now that 20 years have passed. Like, with age, it's gotten even better. Rewatched Fatal Frames, as you do. Oh, and that's the end. That was the end of January. So I actually did watch a lot, but it's because I freaking watched like 6 movies in one day when I was traveling, which is probably a record for me. My favorites would probably be the 2013 Evil Dead. Who am I? And the worst thing I watched was Contraband. Sorry, boys. All right, let me know what you got up to in January. Let Ho know down below what you've been watching, what's new, what's good. And I'll see you sometime. I don't know. I'm kind of having to reorganize my life and kind of put creativity on the back burner for a while, so I probably won't be consistent. But just know that in my heart of hearts, I wish I could be making videos for you every damn day. And until I can, just hang in there. Ciao.